The village of Black Hollow had always been known for its eerie silence, nestled between dense forests and fog-covered hills. Superstitions were woven into the daily lives of the villagers, but none struck more fear than the legend of the blood moon curse. It was said that once every century, when the moon glowed crimson, an innocent soul would become a vessel for a dark spirit, a killer born from the depths of the unknown. No one truly believed in the legend. Not until the murders began. It started with a scream in the dead of night. William Carter, the village blacksmith, was found outside his shop, his body twisted in an unnatural way, his mouth frozen in a silent scream. Deep claw-like gashes ran down his torso, his blood smeared into strange symbols on the wooden walls. There were no signs of forced entry, no footprints leading to or away from the scene. Sheriff Thomas Reynolds examined the area, his gut twisting with unease. "This wasn't done by any man," he murmured. The villagers whispered amongst themselves. Some spoke of a wild animal, others of something more sinister. And then, someone mentioned a name. Hannah Sullivan. Hannah was only 17, a quiet girl who rarely spoke. But lately, she had been acting strangely. Her once bright blue eyes had darkened, and she often muttered to herself, whispering in a language no one understood. Her parents, Robert and Mary Sullivan, had grown afraid of their own daughter. She had been seen near the blacksmith shop that night. Villagers recalled her standing in the shadows, watching with an expression that sent chills down their spines. When the second murder happened, the town seamstress, Margaret Evans, found with her body half buried in her garden. Suspicion turned into certainty. The villagers demanded answers. And Hannah simply smiled. Sheriff Reynolds locked Hannah in the village jail, questioning her relentlessly. She said nothing for hours, only staring at the wall, her lips moving soundlessly. But when the church bells tolled midnight, she finally spoke. "He's here. And he's hungry." Her voice was not her own. The room turned deathly cold. The lights flickered. A shadow stretched unnaturally behind her, moving even though she remained still. Then suddenly, she lunged at the sheriff, her strength far beyond that of a young girl. It took 3 men to restrain her. Father Mathis, the village priest, was called in. "She is possessed," he declared. "We must act before more lives are lost." The villagers gathered inside the church as the exorcism began. Hannah was bound to a chair, her head slumped forward. The priest began his chants, sprinkling holy water over her. At first, she remained motionless. But then, her body convulsed violently. A guttural voice emerged from her lips, not hers. "You are all already dead," it hissed. The church trembled. Candles blew out. The priest pressed a crucifix to Hannah's forehead, and she let out a blood-curdling scream. Her body levitated off the ground, her bones snapping unnaturally as the spirit fought to remain inside her. "Leave this child," the priest commanded. A final, deafening shriek echoed through the village as a dark entity burst from her body, vanishing into the night. Hannah collapsed, unconscious. But the nightmare was far from over. When Hannah awoke, she was met with cold stares and fearful whispers. The villagers had seen what had happened, but it didn't matter. They would never trust her again. She was shunned. Her parents, though heartbroken, could do nothing to change the minds of their neighbors. The town wanted her gone. The guilt consumed her. Though she had no memory of the killings, she knew she had been their vessel. The blood was on her hands, whether she had controlled it or not. One night, she stood at the river's edge, staring into the black water, contemplating ending it all. But before she could step forward, Father Mathis appeared behind her. "Your life is not over, child," he said. "You were a victim, not a monster. The spirit took your body, but it could not take your soul. You must fight to live." And so she did. She left Black Hollow, traveling with the priest, dedicating her life to helping others afflicted by the darkness. But back in the village, under the red glow of the blood moon, a voice still whispered in the wind. She was only the beginning.